Alright, hello everybody.
Hello! Welcome to another installment of Watch Us Try Not to Sink on Stream. That's
Yes,
what this
as we
show
look
usually calls.
at the internet sea.
The Internet Sea.
Yes, Twitter.
Oh god. The Sea of Twitter. That's not a sea at that point, that's a sludge.
Pretty much.
I don't need a paddle, I need a frickin' claw. Just
Get me
crack.
out!
Honestly. Get me out! Get me out! But anyways, we're not here to talk about Twitter today, though I'm sure we probably could rail on it for several hours if we really wanted to.
Yes.
We're not here to waste your time in that way. We're here
We're
to waste your
wasting
time in
in
other
other
way.
ways.
Other ways. So if you haven't guessed by the title of this game, by the video, first we have on the docket some Hogwarts Legacy news I wanted to get out of the way. I'm personally really excited for Hogwarts Legacy, as you may have seen in my previous videos. So I'm kind of interested to see that now we finally got a solid release date. Good news and bad news. I'll get the bad news out of the way first. Bad news is it got pushed back to 2023. Good news is it's not that far into 2023. It's like February 10th, if memory serves.
Yes, February
The
10th.
thing should be up on screen now.
Yes.
The tweet they've sent out on
They
all
said
the things.
Hogwarts Legacy will launch on February 10th, 2023 for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. The Nintendo Switch launch date will be revealed soon. The team is excited for play. Yes, excited. Don't mind my brain shutting
English.
down. Yeah, is excited for you to play, but we need a little more time to deliver the best possible game experience. And then the very first comment that we see is, "We lost. We lost. We lost."
I mean, most people were betting that it was going to be sometime in December anyway.
Mm-hmm.
December 10th maybe, so it's
Yeah.
not that big of a pushback, truth be told.
No matter what, it was going to be released sometime around the holidays, albeit this is a bit past the holidays, but it's still at the very beginning of the next year, which is another time that games tend to be released at. So it's not going to be released at like some random point in the middle of the year.
And as of the recording of this video, there has been no collector's edition announced for it yet. Again, there's been tons of leaks of what'll be on there, from extra goodies and including apparently a 72-hour like early access, kind of like what we see in some Ubisoft games.
Yes.
But again, we haven't seen the official collector's edition revealed as of the recording of this video yet. Now, as for why it could have been delayed, there was probably a ton of reasons. You could say that nobody wants to be the next Cyberpunk, in that they don't want the game to release bad, but most people who kind of know development know that that's really not enough time to do anything severe in. So, best guess, what I heard, a rumor going around, is that they're actually probably delaying it to get a better launch window to decrease competition. Because here's the thing. If you also know the games industry, you know that around that time, God of War 2 is also coming out.
Yes.
And after the major acclaimed success that was, I imagine no game and their mother wants to go anywhere near the release date of that game, otherwise they're
kind
dead.
of the same thing that what happened with Doom Eternal. Not too many games wanted to release around that time, besides New Horizons. But
well, I mean, in that case,
both
they
teams kind of were like inside joke. Ah, yes, Slayer and Isabel are friends.
Yeah, that spawned a whole bunch of memes and jokes back in 2020, which some were funny, some were just.
Well, what are you gonna get when you have Animal Crossing and a literal guy who goes around slaying demons?
Yeah, that's a
You're gonna get something confusing.
Yeah.
But besides Hogwarts Legacy, the release date is, as to be expected with most game release nowadays, is being postponed. But at least it's not being canceled, so we're good on that front.
No. I feel like both J.K. Rowling and Sony would have a cow if that happened, because it seems like Sony is the one being the major backer here, so...
Yes.
I feel like there would be a bunch of angry comments, both on the developers and publisher side if that were to happen. There's a lot of expectations.
Stuff happens.
Shit happens.
People make boo-boos.
Yeah.
Big
Make $1 million
big,
boo-boos.
yeah, it's like big money breaking boo boo, but boo boo nonetheless.
But yeah, on again, that one's been. News has been out for at least a week now, but I wanted to cover it on the stream because it's important. I like the game. I wanted to get this news out there. And again, we can't exactly strike while the iron is hot because this one's been cooling for at least a week. But worth mentioning, worth getting out there.
Yeah, it's notable because we've talked about Hogwarts Legacy before, and this is a little bit of an update onto what's going on for anyone who was interested in it and watched our previous video session stream over it. Because if you've been interested in the game, well, now you have an update on the release and how it's being delayed.
I want my Harry Potter persona. Give it to me.
Give it. Okay.
But
anyways, in other words of other kinds of personas.
Honestly, but the looks of this game, it feels like Persona. If they took Persona and put Harry Potter on top of it, which I mean, I'm all down for. Life simulator of go to school, but also do other stuff. But that's beside the point.
Nope.
But yeah, so that's coming out that day. Finally, we have a release date. Like I said, debatable as to why it was delayed. Most likely to get rid of competition, but that's beside the point. But anyways, that's
in other aspects of gaming. We've got a little proper review of Sea of Thieves Captaincy update.
Yes. Now we're tabbing back over to here. I'll wait until you've done that.
I've already done that.
Okay, cool. So I'll just.
You should not wait for me. Never wait for me.
I can see your screen.
I know, but you should never be waiting for me. If you make the segue, I can roll with it.
Fair enough. But yeah. So Captaincy has been an expected update in Sea of Thieves for quite a while now. Everyone's wanted to pilot their own ship. Because here's the thing, in Sea of Thieves, ships have kind of been a throwaway if you haven't been aware, where it's like, yeah, you get 3 types of ships, but you can't really do much outside of skin types customization. You can't customize captain's quarters or this or that or anything else. So Captaincy came along and was like, hey, have your own ship, name your own ship. So I bought my own ship because I've got the cash to do that in this game.
But keep in mind that your ship is your ship, and you must be responsible for it.
You must be responsible.
You crash your ship, you must pay.
Yes, I mean, unless you like battle scars, which, I mean, some people do.
Yes, but
I'm
pretty sure when it comes to a boat, you don't want your battle scars to involve giant holes that leak water into the ship.
Those can be patched. But I mean, one time we did a video on this way back when. We were doing a video on Sea of Thieves. I can't remember what we were covering, but we ended up basically burning the ship and just sending it off on like a Viking death funeral. Just burning it off into the sunset. I remember that. We're not doing that to this ship. I gotta pay for the costs if that happens.
My boy, this is TF2 spy main level naming. We've got a TF2 spy main. He's naming his knife. He named his knife, but instead of a knife, it's a boat.
He named his boat
the spy main. The spy main named it the Bloody Dagger.
Justin's having a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, when it comes to TF2, naming items random wacky things like this is literally part of its charm. It's like, yes, I got killed by an engineer with a wrench called Whack It. Just whack it.
Okay, then.
Random.
But yeah. This is my ship. Forgive me. You can save cosmetics onto your ship so you don't have to constantly put them back on. But while I do have the money to buy my own ship, I do not have the money. Well, I do, but I don't want to spend the money to permanently put stuff on this ship. So hold on. 1 second. Let me just spruce this up a little for you guys. Put
yes,
that there.
We'll set aside the standard log for you.
Oh yeah, you can actually sink other ships, or you can sometimes just find those sailing in the waves and actually sell them to the Reapers for actual renown and money.
So there's a new thing that you can kind of plunder and take. So in other words, someone can go and take your ship and literally just be like, give me money.
Yeah, now there's well, you can only get the shift log if you sink the enemy ship. So there's actually an incentive to, sink enemy ships. You might actually also be able to just steal them from the for things of ships, but I think you have to actually sink them to get the log. So
There you go.
there we go. That's a bit better looking.
Well, yep. So as we said before, the captaincy update added a little more customization when it came to ships, decorating abilities, where I believe how it works is you take treasure and then you just kind of decorate with it. And then the treasure either acts like its own separate entity or something. I don't know. That's the one aspect that I'm not completely clear on.
Oh, it does kind of look good.
You mean bucks?
Yeah.
You mean Chinese New Year bucks?
Okay, never mind then.
Chinese New Year.
I just asked a question.
Exactly. You ask question and you get weird response.
Fair enough. Not for this stream, but yeah.
Yeah, no, like how does that aspect work where you can go and decorate something like you decorate your captain's quarters with items. How does that aspect work?
Well, if you come down here, I'll give you a little bit of a tour. So nowadays, because this ship is technically mine, what I can do is I can actually, if I had the ability to, there's not many at the moment because it just came out, but these curtains here, you can actually decorate and have a different style of curtain. This table, you can have a different style of table. You can actually come over here and like put stuff on the shelves. So right now I've got like a little trinket boat over here on the side, which, it's nice. It's just, little thing they give you to start you off. There's not many trinkets, I think, if any, at the moment. Again, this update is still fresh, so, there's time to put stuff in. There's also this cabin. There's also this, what the hell was this thing called? Cabinet. Cabinet, there we go. That was kind of the subject of a lot of speculation when they started adding stuff to it to make it look nice. This is where you put your captain's voyages. So basically, since I'm a captain, I have the ability to get specific voyages for captains, which, is just kind of spruced up regular voyages, but whatever. There's also a few other things you can do, like I said. If you're on the brig or the galleon, you can actually have your own captain's.
Yeah, there's a lot more to the brig and galleon rather than the sloop.
Yeah, you can customize your captain's chair. Oh, I think you can also customize the bed down here, get a different type of bed. Stuff like that. Since the ship is technically yours, I can actually remodel the place a ton.
I wonder if they give you the option to go and turn this back into what, like a prison cage again? It was originally a prison cage.
Yeah, it was kind of where you could like vote with the crew to put some particularly unfortunate person on your crew into the brig. That's for what we call open crews, which are basically hit or miss in terms of content. Now, does this have any Reaper on it? Because I really don't want to have to fight Reapers. Not because I don't want to fight a Reaper, since there's two of us, but it's more the fact that this ship is my ship, and if it gets scratched, guess who's footing the repair bills?
Yes.
I just footed the repair bills.
So in other words, we should probably just do sailing around instead of voyages, because don't those typically go and put you around other players?
Sometimes not. Though I've been told that it does kind of do that, but, it's not that bad, Since there's two of us,
I mean, not like... yes, but you realize the amount of loot that you can get literally just by going from island to island, right?
That's true.
I've done that, and I've gotten actually more loot than just doing the standard mission.
Care to help? Make the captain do everything.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's captaincy. Now you can buy your own ship. Oh, by the way, before we set sail, I probably should introduce you to another mechanic they introduced with captaincy. So if you're a captain... I didn't fall in the water. Surprising. Follow me. Cameraman, come with me.
First person cameraman, follow me. Man with camera in eye.
So they introduced a new kind of sub-faction, kind of not, called the Sovereigns. There may or may not be a connection to the Spanish there. We're not sure yet. These guys exclusively deal with captains. So if you're not a captain, don't even bother talking to these guys. They're stationed at every outpost. And what they essentially do is that they'll collect every and all loot you have and deliver it to its proper faction representative for completely free. And they don't take any cuts or anything. If that sounds suspicious, congratulations, you have more common sense than most. But that's kind of the mystery of the Sovereigns right now. They're basically offering to take all of your stuff and deliver it for you to the specific faction head, which, can be a problem, especially if you're, like, in the middle of a hot chase or something. And there's also this to, unload your ship or stuff like that.
It's not really. Well, I mean, it kinda. This is
If
a
you've
little
got a
weird.
tall ship,
It's got
plus you've got, like, a
harpoons and
harpoon gun
stuff,
up there.
so I guess you could.
The
You could.
logic is that you would probably harpoon your stuff up there if you have multiple crew members and then they start ferrying it down here.
Yeah. Just
There's
set up
even recently
like a quick and easy conveyor system. Go and set up chests on the top of the deck, and then just start harpooning it out.
Pretty much. The only ones they don't deliver to on your behalf are the Reapers, who they may or may not have a history with. Again, we're not quite sure. They don't seem to be too fond of them.
Well,
Theory
I
at the
mean,
moment
not
was
too
that
many
they won't be
people are.
ex-Reapers. Yeah, well, true.
It's like the Reapers.
theory
I'm
goes-
going to kill you and take all of your things. Everyone else, gay.
Or in this game, I'm going to run away if I see any trouble. But then again, I'm no one to judge because I do the same thing.
Adios, master.
It's not cowardice, it's just survival.
It's called strategy for a reason.
Call me a Reaper runner all you want, but this is called survival. But I don't turn myself into the Shroud and just make myself sink, though. I've got more honor than that. But anyways, there's got a bunch of wood here if you want to get it. But so yeah, they only deal exclusively with captains. They bring your stuff to the popular faction heads for free. Again, that's very suspicious, and there's some lore recently that came out that all the other factions, specifically the Merchants Guild, are kind of suspicious of them for that very reason, where it's like, they're doing all this stuff, presumably not out of the kindness of their own heart, because let's be honest, this is the Sea of Thieves, for God's sake. Nobody does anything out of pure kindness. So it's like, it's the question now of, like, what exactly are they gunning for here? What's their end goal?
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. Some people are theorizing that once they get, like, a certain amount of gold, we might see that storyline progress. Who knows?
Yeah, like a certain amount of players go through them and all that.
Yeah, then they might reveal what they're doing with all that, you know.
Yes. So, is there any other specifics that people should know for the captaincy update?
Let me think here. We covered the ship decorations, we've covered the sovereigns, we've covered a few other things. Like I said, now you can customize your own ship and save cosmetics to your ship specifically, so you can save them between play sessions, but also that means that your ship's damage is saved between play sessions, so if you're a guy who picks fights, you're going to have to be fixing your ship quite a bit.
Yes.
Oh, by the by, these ships are not cheap. This one cost me at the very least 100,000 plus in gold, so yeah, not cheap. And that's just the sloop. Don't even get me started on the brig or the galleon.
Yes. Money.
Yeah, money. Now, again, I could just afford the sloop. I could not afford the brig or galleon, but I didn't really need the brig or galleon anyway, because, you know, there are way more than I have in terms of people. I usually sail alone anyway, so a brig or galleon would kind of be useless to me.
Yep. Unless you have friends. Doesn't that remind you of some other games?
Oh, friends. Who needs them?
Ah, yes.
Let's walk the plank.
Yes. Who doesn't love it when the gaming company goes and forces people to play their games with friends?
I mean, on a side tangent, the guys who created Sea of Thieves themselves have even said it was never designed to be played by yourself, but people have figured out that there is ways to play it by yourself. Like, sloops are piloted by 1 to 2 people at maximum. So if you wanted to, and you could, if you, like a lot of people do, you can just pilot the sloop by yourself. It's very easy to do it, but it is very difficult at the same time. So if you get into combat, you kind of have to be doing everything by yourself, driving, shooting, which, you know, that itself is a pain in the ass. But navigating and commanding the sloop by itself is pretty easy because, you know, you've got everything up here, so you don't have to go very far. So yeah, oh, by the by, another feature of Captaincy is ship and pirate milestones. So once you become a captain, you unlock these things called Milestones, which basically allows you to kind of go down a specific path with each ship. So let's say I do a lot of voyaging with the ship, which I have. You can get the Voyager title for your ship. You can put on your specific ship. You get specific cosmetics and sails for your ship that are like Voyagerly themed. You know, maybe they're like compass based or stuff like that. Or maybe you do a lot of voyages with the ship. You have stuff related to voyages that you can do with it. And that's saved specifically to each of your ships that you own. So you can go down a different milestone with each ship. Like, let's say you've got one ship specifically for combat. There might be a lot of Reaper stuff on that ship that you unlock, or a lot of combat aesthetics that you unlock. There's also pirate milestones, which are designed specifically for the captain, which has kind of raised an interesting point where it doesn't help the crew at all to sail with the captain, but to kind of get some of them, you need a crew. So it's kind of this weird conundrum where no one wants to sail with a captain, but hey, captains kind of need a crew. But it's like, why would I help you if I should be pursuing my own milestones?
Yes. It's a little interesting to think about, in a way, where it's like, in order to get points, you have to be the one who's in charge. And, like, you would think it would be like, okay, captain of a ship goes and gets 100% points, and then the crew maybe gets, like, 10 or so percent of the points. That way they can still get progress as well.
Let's explore this island.
Like, you would think it might do it like that, because then people can go and get points as well.
Raise the mast! Ooh, I see shiny!
Yes.
That's valuable.
I also see walkers. I mean...
that's fine. Alright, raise the sail fully.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can park us in a nice position.
We're not moving too much, but we are still...
No. Once you raise the sails all the way, you'll slowly grind to a full stop.
Be careful, though, because you're gonna get into the side of the island here in a moment.
Yeah, I've kind of perfected something along the lines of parking. Uh-oh. Bat snake, stay back! I don't want to be poisoned. So yeah, we've got milestones for captains. We've got a bunch of stuff. It is worth getting your own ship, honestly. That'll slowly grind to a stop. You did raise the thing fully, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll
go and do
stop.
it again,
Right.
just to make sure.
No, it's alright, So it'll slowly grind to a stop. Ooh, treasure chest. Go. Ooh. No. Back. My treasure. You don't get it. Gold and ooh, a decorative coffer. Actually, I'm just going to take the chest too, because you can actually sell the chest. Only in Sea of Thieves is there value in a wooden box. But yeah, that's Captaincy. Again, there's a lot of promise like there is with most Sea of Thieves updates. Potentially in the future we might see more trinkets coming into the game. That's kind of the big promise of Captaincy in a way, is that now that it's a thing, people can start amassing specific trinkets, because here's the thing. Oh, that's just an ocean crawl. I thought that was like a skeleton with a freaking explosive.
Focus, gentlemen. We must
eliminate
the sea creature.
I kill sea creatures. I'm not anti-sea creature, I'm just anti-fish.
Fish is not welcome here.
Fish is not welcome here.
Ah, yes, I've been poisoned.
6 seconds on an island.
Yes.
Found your stick. Found a magic stick.
Yes.
Can't sell it though, so I'm just gonna drop it.
Yeah, just drop it for now.
But yeah, again, what everyone wanted is that trinkets have a lot of potential, because here's the thing, right? In Sea of Thieves, the best that they were able to do with things like adventures is unique cosmetics unique to that adventure for your ship, which is nice and all, yeah, but, you know, something like a small little trinket or something to remember that adventure by, you know, it's just a bit of a small trinket you can put on any ship just in general, is the big kind of draw here. More trinkets to put on your ships, more, you know, little knickknacks to be remembering for your adventure. I mean, some particular pirates just love to decorate their ships like I do, in the most hideous way possible, but every last thing on their ship was earned through an adventure, so it's like, look at my achievements kind of thing. Trinkets are kind of an expanded system for that. where they can basically just decorate their cabin with little knickknacks they've acquired. Like, oh, I visited the Devil's Roar. Here's a little, piece of glowy rock that I found there.
I
And of
found
course,
things there.
things there. I know of things. And what update wouldn't be complete without increased ways to monetize? So I'm sure, as Justin pointed out when he first saw my ship, the banner that's currently hanging above my would-be captain's cabin - navigational area. My ship isn't big enough for a captain's cabin, though I'm calling it one anyway.
It's as close to one with the sloop as you're gonna get.
Yeah. But that little plaque can also be customized. And in the ships and in the Pirate Emporium, there are specific types of other plaques you can buy. There's an island plaque at the moment, and another, and this and that. That you can kind of have, unique. Use ancient coins to buy a specific plaque for your ship. Ooh, curse balls. So it's worth doing that if you've got the cash for it. And like I said, bigger ships have bigger customization options, like a specific type of chair for your captain's cabin. Yes. I'm not big enough for a chair, but whatever.
Ooh, we want the barrel? Bomb barrel?
No! Keep the bomb barrel off my ship! Don't you dare put that on my ship!
Fight.
If that thing goes off, I swear to God. Not on my new ship!
The thing goes off and I kill you with plank.
I
kill you
with a plank.
Death by jumping off plank.
I kill you by beating you with a plank.
I know how that requires your willingness to go off plank, but...
Hey, there are some times where I've had moments where the server will glitch out on me and I go full on like Peter Pan ship. My ship just starts sailing in the air.
Yes.
If you ever see the Sea of Thieves glitches because of the network problems, it's hilarious sometimes. But yeah, that's most of the stuff that comes with Captaincy that I can remember off the top of my head at the moment. Like I said, a new semi-faction that helps you with offloading your loot. That is sus as F, so, whatever.
What corporation isn't?
What corporation honestly, what corporation in this place isn't? I mean, you've got the gold hoarders who are literally founded by a skeleton. You got the frickin' merchants who used to be part of basically the Sea of Thieves version of the East Indian Trading Company before they broke off and are like, we're just going to do our own thing now. And then you got the Order of Souls, who literally hires you to kill people. Albeit people who are already dead. So, does it really count as killing?
Yes and no.
And technically you don't really kill a skeleton. You can just kind of take their... Like, skeletons can just literally take their head and put it on something else and basically get their body back. It's weird.
The snake just faded away. you
quote
unquote killed it and it just...
It dissolved into just a piece of meat.
It literally just gone. Reduced to atoms.
Next island.
Will work.
But yeah, that's Captaincy. It's quite fun, honestly. It comes with a lot of unique customization. It's worth it, honestly. The captain's log. Oh yeah, you can actually read the captain's log down in the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have mentioned that. Yeah, I'll show you once we get out in open water. Check the horizon. Is there anyone around? Doesn't look like it. Okay, cool.
I don't see anything now.
We should be fine for a little while. So if you come down here... Cameraman.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking something.
You can actually read the captain's logbook. And actually see all of my things that I've done with this ship.
I could see it while you were holding it, but...
Turn the pages and see the things I've accomplished with my ship.
How do you turn... Oh, there we go. Like, what button do I press for turning a page? Wait, I can see my stuff, too. I can see what we've both earned this voyage. It's like gold earned, voyage quests complete, captain ship.
Which means if you sink another person's ship, you can actually see what they've been doing.
Yes. Ah, yes.
And you can sell it to the Reapers for some coin.
And it's like, ah, yes, I can see where you've gone. Now I know exactly where to look for any buried treasure that you decided to try to stash away from me before I got you.
I mean, if you got buried treasure, your maps are gonna float on the surface once your ship sinks anyway, so they can just steal your maps.
Yes.
So they'll know anyway. Probably should have gone to the Shores of Plenty, because this is some drab-ass scenery.
This is kind of the Sea of Thieves scenery no matter what. It's just cloudy instead, but there's not much of a difference.
Here, I'll go out west to the Shores of Plenty. That's better looking.
Uh-huh. So, is there any other information people should know about the captaincy update? Was there any special quests or something that was added?
Well, like I said, there's the captain's quests, or the captain's voyages, which are specific to captains. Which are kind of just souped up versions of previous quests. There's also mercenary quests yeah, I think they're called mercenary quests. Making a return to the game, which are kind of just amalgamation of every other quest type. So
also, so you know, we're going straight towards a player or something.
Are we?
Yes, we're going towards a large ship.
Is it skeleton ship or people ship?
Doesn't look like a skeleton ship. Like it looks like it's a proper actual player ship because I don't see any lights and the sails look fine.
Which direction is it?
Slightly to your left.
Yeah. I can trust you with the helm for 6 seconds while I go up and check.
Okay.
Don't crash my ship!
Yep.
Honestly, in the middle of
open
water.
Look towards the little island to our left. Look past the island there.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna...
That looks like...
I'm doing a hard check.
Yeah, it looks maybe like a galleon.
Well, it is a galleon. It's just... It's hard to tell if it's AI or not, but either way.
AI galleons are a bit easier. Honestly, truth be told, here's the thing, right? I don't mind fighting AI ships. I actually sometimes pick fights with them. Because here's the thing. They're predictable. They just shoot cannonballs at you. Whereas players will attempt to board you every microsecond to attempt to, basically kill you.
Yes.
And if they're really desperate, they'll just ram their ship directly into you.
Which I think these guys are maybe either A, coming towards us, or B, going directly against us.
We'll go a bit north and then head west.
Either way, their ship is pointing away from us or towards us. It's hard to tell. It's a little too far away.
Yeah, I doubt they've seen us. Hopefully not.
They might.
This is an outpost coming up, I think, so...
There's an outpost to our right.
Yeah, there's an outpost to our right, but... we'll just keep sailing. Right. Oh, crud.
Yes. We're gonna be literally on the edge of the storm here.
Oh, no. My precious ship! I just got this bad!
Just try to stay along the side of the rocks, and then when we're past them, go out and away from the storm.
In a way, this is a good strategy, actually, because no idiot would probably follow me into a storm, especially if this is their ship.
Yes. And I don't know if
that adds more incentive to sail into storms now I think about it if you're a captain and you have another captaincy ship on you. Yes. It discourages the captain from following you so they don't break their own ship.
Yeah, and in a way I think the ship is kind of following us, but not very well. So yeah, if we go through the storm, they're going to have to go through the storm. Because we're right now... Yeah, the storm...
Oh, fuck it. To the storm, then!
Well, no, don't go... No, we're literally... No. Don't go into the middle of the storm. That's actually going to make us go closer to them, you fool. You buffoon.
No. You could have mentioned that. Never mind.
I said go along the outside of the storm for a reason.
Not my first storm I piloted anyway.
Ah, yes, I feel like piloting in more storms today.
Honestly, here's the thing: like, there's several types of storms. The Shores of Plenty have, I think it's the nicest storms, like the most tame. The Wilds have the second hardest, and then the subtype we're on now, the Ancient Isles, have I think like the worst storms. Like you can go through a storm of
Meanwhile,
like,
worst storms. Meanwhile, the ship is barely even bobbing. Ah, yes.
well, I mean that's because we're not in the heart of the storm.
Well, yes, obviously. But it's funny. It's
Eh,
funny how we bob more outside of a storm than inside of a storm.
Oh, trust me, it gets way worse if you go inside. Plus, we're in the wilds right now, so this is not the worst storm subtype. You're in the Ancient Isles, it's far worse.
Well, yeah, no, but I was talking about the fact that earlier, before we even were remotely near the storm, our ship was bobbing so much it made it hard for me to see anything. And then all of a sudden, it's like we're barely even bobbing right now. It's like, bro, why is the water so calm all of a sudden?
How eerie.
Yeah, I don't.
No, actually, the reason my ship got damaged prior was because I actually didn't run into a megalodon. It was not a kraken. It was a megalodon. Some
Alright, well,
stupid,
if we're
oversized piece of sushi.
Are we stopping at this island?
We can if you want to.
Well, I'm just asking you. I don't know what your plan is right now.
And we'll pass this one.
Okay, because I was gonna say if we're stopping here, then stop on the other side of the island. That way they don't see us if they do follow us. Just in case. Because they're definitely not going to be able to track us because the storm is, for the most part, is in their view. And if they come onto the same side,
that's the nice part about the storm. You can actually use it to cover your tracks. Like there are some storms so thick you can't even see what's in front of you. So,
yep.
If you're smart, you can actually maneuver through a storm to lose some people. Though I haven't seen anyone try that strat before.
Let's see here. You might want to take a right or something, cause let's see here.
We're going off the edge of the map, aren't we?
Yes. I'm just trying to figure out what is. I'm just trying to figure out what's what. So yeah, no, okay. Well, keep taking a left until we do a full U-turn then.
If we go this way, then we might be able to skirt along the edge of the storm.
I mean, we can, but we're also going towards the same direction that ship was going.
True.
That's why I am telling you.
Trying to improve the scenery doesn't seem to get me anywhere, so fine. We'll just go.
Because
we'll go back east then.
The storm is literally in the way.
It's not that bad. As long as we don't go into the heart of the storm, we should be fine.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying it for what it is. It's like both the storm is in the way and players are right there.
Yeah, I really don't feel like picking a fight with a galleon in this thing.
Yes.
I mean, good players probably could win a fight with a galleon, but my ship will get scratched.
Yes.
And I just got this patched. But anyways, there's more or less the gist of Captaincy. One more thing I should probably mention. Tomorrow is the next adventure for Sea of Thieves. So the next kind of story quest that they introduce every few weeks will be starting tomorrow. And that'll be the Hunter's Cry. They introduced the idea of potentially going to the Sea of the Damned. So we might actually go back there after our adventures in the Pirates of Life expansion. Which is a nice little change of pace, and this does open up the possibility, because here's the thing. Everyone's wanting a new zone, but remember, this is like an old game, which isn't that bad, except for the fact that it has to run on the lowest common denominator, which would be the Xbox, X.
Yeah.
Or the Xbox One, my bad. Which is very old technology and pretty weak, also by comparison, so they're limited to what they can do hardware-wise. However, with these portals, they can introduce the possibility of going to new zone. So the potentially covetous ice zone might potentially become a thing.
There you go.
And this might be a trial run of that. But anyways, I think I've more or less covered everything. What time are we anyway?
We're about 40 minutes in.
All right, I think we'll cut it here. I'm trying to make the videos shorter these days.
I mean, let's be honest here. When it comes to Sea of Thieves, for the most part, you're literally just sailing around from point A to whatever point B you want.
I mean, we could have made it more interesting by getting a voyage. I mean, we do have a quest on
Yes,
us,
but
which is
even with
basically go kill
yes, but
skeletons.
even with that, it's literally just yes, I'm sailing around for the majority of my time. This is more of this is a very good game for people who have like a lot of content that they just want to talk about. Not particularly good for short amounts of content like we have, but meh.
Short. We go for at least an hour. We go.
Yes, but in hindsight, this is a game that you'll be playing for multiple hours, not an hour. You don't
I mean, if
stop
you're
playing Sea of
dedicated enough.
Thieves for a single hour. You keep playing until you actually go and get a chance to sell all the things that you picked up. A final moment where you're not being chased down by someone because they saw you go and pick up a whole bunch of loot.
Honestly. But yeah, that more or less covers Captaincy. Like I said, the new adventure starts tomorrow, so we'll see where that adventure takes us, potentially to the Sea of the Damned. And new ships, new customization options, new ways to monetize, but that's just the way of the world, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no matter what, in my opinion, I always feel comfortable with monetization of skins over monetization of other content, mainly due to the fact that people who buy skins and stuff don't really get much of anything out of it besides a little bit of dopamine of, oh yes, my character looks fancy now. Like,
I mean, here's the thing. It is a bit of a murky area because in a way you can use skins to get a technical event. Like take this right. Take this thing. This was part of the oh my god, hold on, what set was this part of? I can't remember off the top of my head now. I'm an idiot. It's part of the Ferryman set. So back in the Xbox One days, there was actually a controller unique to Sea of Thieves, and I actually have this controller, and if you get it, you get an actual code for Sea of Thieves back then, which allowed you to unlock this set, and this allows you to get the ferryman garbs and the ferryman's weapons. Here's the thing. This thing actually has something of a reticle on it.
So it gives you a little easier time to target.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again,
it's kind of the same with the one skin for the Dead Man's Tale in Destiny, where it goes and actually makes the reticle and the little icon to tell you when the boost is active a little easier to work with.
There's even one for Arbalest right now, which turns the thing from its regular site to a dot site. So
yeah. So like it's
a bit murky.
Yeah, it's a little murky, but it's not as bad as like something like Battlefront when it first came out, and how you could buy entire card packs and make yourself super powerful right off the bat.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'd take skin customization like that over anything else any day. Like, literally skin customization, ability to buy that, and then the ability to buy some new content, like new things to do or new things to go to. I'd take that. So like,
oops.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, let's see what's on this little island.
All right, ramming speed.
Well, raise the sail, dang it!
Are you sure I should? Fine.
Yes, I don't want to crash into the island.
Just do a loop around the island a few times. Wait until we slow down.
Oh, yeah, right. We're just gonna ram right into the sandbar. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, come on. We're doing. Oh, that was on you.
Yeah, no, that was on me. That was a lot lower than I expected.
Yes.
Yeah, shit. Oh, well, whatever.
I'll check the bottom.
Yeah. Oh well, at least it stopped us.
Yeah, I don't see any lakes here. Let me. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
We're fine.
Thankfully, ships can take a little bit of a mess up if you're not that way. Ooh, and a regular captain's out here, so I can kill this guy randomly. I'm just gonna kill you.
Eliminate the enemy.
Eliminate him.
Kill him. He is already dead, but kill him again. Clearly, clearly the first death did not work.
Give me your head.
Ah, yes.
Your head is mine now.
Gold.
Gold. I want my gold.
Money.
And skeleton orders. Interesting.
Money.
People like PvE is like, PvP is the thing in this game, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not against PvP, but
In a game like this,
'cause-
PvP really shouldn't be the primary focus. Because then, if PvP is the primary focus, there's not much incentive to PvP, because you're not really getting all that much out of it.
that's the weird part, right? This game is a PvE PvP blend in a way, kind of like Gambit and
Also,
Destiny.
we've got a ship that's turning straight towards us, so let's get moving.
Crud. Here we go.
Yep.
Just as I mentioned PvP, this shit happens.
Yep. So, yeah, go and set up to do a full U-turn and just run away.
Coward's way out. Run away.
Well, they're coming
Reaper
straight
runner.
for us, so...
Reaper
they're
runner.
right in front of us here, so...
Where the fuck are they?
Straight in front of us, right at the fortress.
Oh, no, that's a skeleton ship.
Are you sure that's a skeleton ship? Because that's a sloop.
See the glowy lights?
Yeah, but that's still...
That usually marks a skeleton ship.
But it's still a sloop. I've only ever seen skeleton ships as, like, galleons.
They can be either like sloops or brigantines. You see them every once in a while. They do exist, but they're rare.
Okay, well, it's still... I'm not playing any games. I don't know if someone can customize their lights.
No, that you can't do.
Okay, fine then.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, not yet. I'd be willing to bet that'll come soon.
Oh yeah, no, that's a sloop. That's a skeleton ship. If you get oh my god, I can't remember what the freaking thing is called now.
Yeah,
you can actually see it.
okay, yeah, the sail's all over the place.
Oops.
I couldn't tell on first sight. I honestly thought that was just a customized ship.
Yeah, no. Usually if you see like glowy lights like that, that's a skeleton ship because most smart players will turn all their lights off, plus no lights look like that.
So in other words, literally somewhere down the
If
line,
you see
they're going to make it so that you can customize the lights.
I mean, you can in a way. You can go to the you can go to the ship of the damned, and depending on how you die, there's actually the flame in the center is actually a different color, and you can actually light your lanterns up different colors. But it doesn't have any effects even close to that. Now, as much as I don't trust the sovereigns, I'm going to use their services.
I mean, you are a captain. You might as well.
Might as well. I mean, it's technically free, right?
It's technically free.
Technically free.
Technically free.
Drop the anchor.
Technicalities don't seem to matter. We're gonna want to get as close as possible.
That'll do.
I mean, we can get a little closer than this.
Just drop the anchor.
Hold
I'm
on.
not scratching my ship.
You're not gonna scratch it. We're pretty much stopped already.
That's the weird part. Like, there's an old joke in Sea of Thieves where it's like, back in the day, right? It's like, you ram an island at full speed, the ship is fine. You even tap the side of an island, all hell breaks loose. Just every hole in the ship opens up.
Alright, I'm gonna start unloading stuff right beside him.
So inconsistent. There's no ladder? Oh,
No, there's a ladder.
Where's the
You
ladder?
decided
Oh,
to
there's
go,
the ladder.
yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, you literally decided to go everywhere but the ladder.
Great.
Alright, I've got a little storage
You
crate
should.
with
Give it.
miscellaneous stuff. Can this guy sell it or no? Can
What,
this guy...
miscellaneous?
Here, I'll show you.
Okay, you can take the coffer at least, but apparently you can't take the chest. And I know who will. Yeah, 1,000 gold!
This thing.
I'm rich! Maybe, honestly. No. Storage crates are more for storage, so I don't think anyone can buy them.
Well, no, I think I know one group that can. The
I
merchant.
don't think the merchants will take it back, honestly.
We'll see. I don't see why they shouldn't.
I know the gold hoarders will take back chests. That's interesting. The sovereigns will not take treasure chests, but the gold hoarders will.
I mean, they kind of always need chests.
Yeah, no. Here, take it.
There you go.
Buy the treasure chest. This useless piece of junk. Buy it.
No, they don't want it.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, I'll give it to this guy then. Here, you can sell it for free. Because clearly
Sell
we
it.
don't need it.
But there you go. That's the new updates for Sea of Thieves. Hope you all enjoyed this little up foray into the Sea of Thieves with us.
Also, we started right back we came back right where we started.
Did we?
Yep.
Actually, yeah, we did. Go figure.
Yes. Do you like dimensional hopping?
Dimensional hopping.
Yes.
But yeah, there we go. Did it? Oh yeah, you can do.
Close the hatches.
Close
Make it harder for the water to get in.
Close the window.
Don't mind the giant windows we have.
That's actually a strategy for, I guess, concealing your light too while you're sailing at night. Because if you actually go outside, you can't see the light as much. But yeah, there you go. There's Sea of Thieves.
Yep.
And yeah, we've pretty much covered the bases, I suppose.
Yeah, there's the captaincy update. There's things to look forward to for customization. Obviously, I'd be willing to bet lights will be something that'll be customized further upon later.
It's possible. Hey.
Yep.
Want to roll the dice?
What? Just the face.
Wait, I got a D20? Oh, wow. There's actually an achievement you get if you roll the dice and get a D20. Holy shit, I got a D20. I have not gotten that achievement
Looks
yet.
like you have a 9 on this side.
Well, it's no one said it wasn't a loaded dice. No one said...
Yes. Yeah, no one said that this six-sided dice was loaded.
But anyways, there you go. That's the Sea of Thieves, guys. Hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
See us next week when we'll probably do actually the thing for Destiny will be next week.
Yeah, next week Destiny will be releasing its next season. So we'll have a single day to kind of mess around with Arc 3.0. I myself am definitely going to be messing around with it because I want to see what was planned with the super. Because once again, as it is right now, they're literally just the same super. It's just yes, I finally have the mental capacity to either A, smash it, B, slide it, or B or C.
Or B.
Or B. Well, nah, it's literally all just A, and A. It's just I
B and B A.
Yeah, I just decided not to go and suddenly start using the stick for whatever X reason.
Well, there you go. I suppose we'll call it here, like I said. Yes. And yeah. We'll wait, can I point? There we go. No wait.
Even though you can't hear any music, don't worry about it.
We're playing, I assure you.
Music? What music? You don't hear any air coming out of this instrument. Nothing's
just
being
a bunch
done.
Of movement.
It's just a lot of movement. Just move rapidly and call it a day. Alright. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Again, we'll be going over Destiny content for next season next week.
Bye-bye, all.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a good one.